We can't deny the fact that we are now living in a digital world fueled by rapid changes in technologies. These technologies can potentially be harnessed for educational and learning purposes. For the integration of technology for adult education and lifelong learning, Zheng suggests taking a learning-centric approach rather than a techno-centric approach. That the anchor point for design consideration should be the goals and purposes of adult learning and the corresponding learning approaches which can help to identify pertinent technological support. Integrating technology into learning requires a systematic approach. Acquisition approach. Learning as acquisition treats knowledge as an entity or object. Learning essentially involves gaining knowledge, and instruction involves transferring knowledge from the more knowledgeable to the learner. Acquisition approach is commonly adopted in many formal credit-gaining courses, typically involving lecture, tutorial, and formal assessment of learning. Participation approach. Learning as participation, on the other hand, focuses on the transformation of identities and practices of a person through the process of becoming a member of a community, where a person starts as a legitimate participant of the community at the peripheral and gradually moves towards the center as a core member of a community as he or she develops relevant expertise. Social interaction is a necessary means for appropriating social practices and discourse in this process of enculturation. Knowledge creation approach. Given the criticality of knowledge innovation in the 21st century, Paavola and Hakkarainen in 2005 proposed the creation of knowledge artifacts as mediating learning objects. A knowledge artifact can be a written note, a digital note in an online forum, or a graph created by someone, which is captured and recorded in some media. While each of the approaches has a legitimate place in adult education and lifelong learning, learning theorists are suggesting that effective learning goes beyond cognitive gain in knowledge. It involves social and emotional dimensions of learning and entails holistic experience of body and mind. In the context of lifelong learning, the participatory approach of learning is gaining traction, and from the technological perspective, the main value of technologies lies in their abilities to transform learning. Beyond learning design, successful adult education is dependent on the technical skills of the learners, the personal epistemology of the learners, and the willingness to engage in lifelong learning. In short, technology-supported learning is about learners and learning, not about technology.